अस्सलाम वालेकुम स्टूडेंट्स। आज हम पढ़ेंगे ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड्स के बारे में। डू यू नो व्हाट ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड्स आर? अच्छा, इससे पहले क्या आपको ये पता है कि प्लांट्स अपनी बॉडी कहाँ से लाते हैं? आप लोगों ने कभी ना कभी अपनी ज़िंदगी में कोई प्लांट तो उगाया होगा। किस चीज़ में उगाते हैं प्लांट को? सॉइल में, राइट? तो क्या बॉडी प्लांट की सॉइल से निकलती है? हमें तो शुरू में यही लगता था, but actually that is not exactly true. The tree or plants make their body from air. जी हाँ, there was a Belgian scientist more than 300 years ago. उसका नाम था Jan Baptista van Helmont. And he did a very interesting experiment. उसने एक प्लांट अपने घर के टब में उगाया. And after about 15 years, he dug it out and found out that the soil had decreased only by a few ounces, whereas the plant had acquired a body of more than 40 kgs. अब फिर ये body कहाँ से आई? That was quite surprising. And he concluded that the plant body comes not from the soil. और हमें तो आज पता चलता है that plants using photons energy are able to split carbon dioxide. They keep carbon C with themselves and they give the oxygen O to us that we need for breathing. And where do all the living things get their energy from? Living things meaning animals, hum, even plants. What we need for daily energy is carbohydrates. And what our vehicles need as fuel is hydrocarbons. Both are in fact same. क्योंकि दोनों में कार्बन और हाइड्रोजन होता है. Just the way these atoms are bounded together is a bit different. अब कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड तो हमें हवा से मिलती है, we know that. But where does this fuel hydrocarbon come from? It is coming from the plants buried in the soil millions of years ago. This shows whenever there is natural gas or oil reserve, some million of years ago there were rich forests. अब हम आते हैं अपने असल टॉपिक पे, which is organic materials. And do you know what organic materials are? They generally refer in relation to living beings. For example, leaves. पत्ते भी organic होते हैं because they are related to plants which are living beings. Animal dung is also considered organic as it is a product of living beings. जो गोश्त होता है, meat, that is also organic because it belongs to animals. On the other hand, inorganic materials वो सब चीज़ें होती हैं that are related to non-living things. For example, rock, plastic, iron, salt, soil. All of these things are considered as inorganic materials. In millions of compounds around us, some are organic and some are inorganic. Compounds which are obtained from living beings are considered as organic compounds. For example, protein, because it is found in fruit products of meat. And compounds obtained from non-living things are considered as inorganic compounds. For example, salt water, soil, plastic, things like these. There is a picture in front of you. Can you identify the organic compounds and also the inorganic compounds? In early 19th century, the Swedish chemist Berzelius put forward the vital force theory. According to this theory, organic compounds could not be prepared in laboratories because they were supposed to be synthesized under the influence of a mysterious force called vital force, which is inherent only in living things. The vital force theory suffered death in 1828 when Friedrich Wöhler synthesized the first organic compound urea from inorganic substance by heating ammonium cyanate. Later on, vital force theory was further negated by Kolbe when he prepared acetic acid in laboratory. Thus, Mr. Friedrich Wöhler changed the belief that organic compounds could only be made from living things. Organic compounds are compounds that contain the element C, carbon. And most organic compounds also contain hydrogen, H. और वो वाले ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड्स जिनके अंदर कार्बन और हाइड्रोजन दोनों होते हैं आर कॉल्ड हाइड्रोकार्बन्स। अब इसका क्या ये मतलब है कि सारे कंपाउंड जिनमें कार्बन होते हैं उनको हम ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड्स कहते हैं? नहीं तो। केमिस्ट्स कंसिडर कार्बोनेट्स एंड ऑक्साइड्स ऑफ कार्बन एज इनऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड्स rather than organic। अब सवाल ये पैदा होता है कि फिर हम क्लासिफाई कैसे करें कि कौन से कंपाउंड्स ऑर्गेनिक हैं? इसके लिए आपको थोड़ा याद रखना पड़ेगा अपना पीरियोडिक टेबल, जो कि अभी आपके सामने है। पीरियोडिक टेबल में हमने एलिमेंट्स को क्लासिफाई किया था अकॉर्डिंग टू द ग्रुप्स which had similar properties. We classify organic compounds into families known as homologous series, which have similar chemical properties within the series. A homologous series is a family of organic compounds which has similar chemical properties, similar functional group, and same general formula. And organic compounds in the same homologous series also have similar chemical properties because they have the same functional group, different physical properties due to different chain length. Students, you have to remember this thing that as the number of carbon atoms increase, there is a gradual change in the physical properties. असल में carbon is what we found in all living things. Most of living organism bodies are only few elements bonded in different ways. They are present in almost all bits and pieces that we can see, touch or smell. However, when we say hydrocarbons, इसका क्या मतलब है? In literal terms, इसका ये मतलब है कि वो वाले compounds which are made up of carbon and hydrogen. But then इससे ये सवाल पैदा होता है कि are all carbon compounds only made up of carbon and hydrogen? और कोई इन पे बीच में atoms नहीं होता? If all the compounds will have only hydrogen and carbon, then every compound should have the same and similar properties, right? But ऐसा नहीं होता. We see wide variety in the carbon compounds because elements other than carbon and hydrogen can also be present in them. इनके अंदर और elements भी present हो सकते हैं. This brings us to the concept of functional groups. अब इसका क्या मतलब है? Let us understand this concept in a simple manner by splitting the term. The word group means a collection that indicates a collection of atoms, and functional means having an important role or function. This tells us that the functional group is a group of atoms that have an extremely important role in the functionality of the compounds that are present in. अभी हम एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं एक रैंडम कंपाउंड की जिसको हम कहते हैं XYZ, और ये अटैच है एक फंक्शनल ग्रुप के साथ जिसको हम कहेंगे AB. इस केस में द प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ दिस एंटायर कंपाउंड आर मेजरली डिटर्मिन्ड बाय द फंक्शनल ग्रुप AB. They are defined as the group of atoms which have definite properties. These functional groups impart the properties to the compounds in which they are present. The presence of functional group defines the properties irrespective of the length of the principal chain of carbon or side chains attached to it. क्या हमें कुछ एग्जाम्पल्स पता है फंक्शनल ग्रुप की? Of course we do. Single bond, double bond, and triple bond are a few examples of functional groups. Now let's talk a little about alkanes. Chemically, alkanes are unreactive, as their carbon to carbon and carbon hydrogen bonds are very strong and difficult to break. Alkanes do not react with acids, alkalis, metals, or oxidizing agents. Alkanes used to be called paraffin. Alkanes are rather unreactive because they do not react with most chemicals. And all alkanes have similar chemical properties because they belong to the same homologous series. Alkanes को हम saturated और hydrocarbons भी कहते हैं because they only have single bonds between carbon atoms. And alkanes burn in a plentiful supply of air to release energy. That is why they are used as fuels. And the simplest alkane is methane. Students, आपको पता है कि alkanes जो होते हैं they undergo addition reactions. Carbon-carbon double bond in alkanes are reactive. इसीलिए it readily undergoes addition reactions, जैसा कि आप देख रहे हैं. In an addition reaction, होता ये है कि carbon-carbon double bonds become single bonds. This means that an unsaturated hydrocarbon becomes a saturated organic compound. अब हमें पता कैसे चलेगा कि कोई कंपाउंड एल्केन है या एल्कीन? Bromine water test is used to know the presence of an alkene or unsaturation. If an alkene or unsaturation is present, bromine solution will be rapidly decolorized. अब हम आते हैं alkynes पे. Alkynes contain a triple bond. The physical properties are that they are non-polar, they are insoluble in water, they are soluble in most organic solvents, they have a boiling point similar to alkane of same size, they are less dense in water, and they have up to 4 carbons, gas at room temperatures. अब हम अपना टेस्ट लेंगे और देखेंगे कि हमने आज के एपिसोड से क्या सीखा. नंबर 1, Dash synthesized the first organic compound urea. Frederick Wöhler. Number 2, Berzelius put forward the Dash theory, vital force theory. Number 3, organic compounds in the same dash have similar chemical properties because they have the same functional group, homologous series. Number 4, alkanes used to be called dash, paraffin. Number 5, the general formula of alkenes is dash. Students, अगली एपिसोड तक अपना बहुत ख्याल रखिए. अल्लाह हाफिज.